30 Days by It's_Kingston on AO3. Episode 3, Chapter 2, Amity's First Day. Of course, Mother. I will not disappoint you. Understood. Click. Amity slid her phone back into her pocket and opened the car door, stepping onto the sidewalk. Have a good day, miss. The driver tipped his hat before speeding away. I can't stand that woman. Amity murmured, a scowl settling onto her face. Who does she think she is? The richest person on this damn planet? She knows she's got money to boss everyone around. I hate her. Amity stopped in front of Heckside's college main entrance and took a breath, composing herself before entering. She pushed through the doors and walked inside, calmly greeted the office staff. Excuse me, where is the dormitory? Amity asked, the man standing behind the reception desk. Oh, the man looked up from his papers, obviously startled. Miss Blight, we've been expecting you. Your mother called this morning with news of you joining us. Please, right this way, the man said, standing up and grabbing a key. Of course she did, that witch. Why do I always have to be Miss Blight? It makes me sound stuck up. Why can't I just be Amity for once? Of course, these were only thoughts. Thank you, Amity said, pulling on a smile as she followed him down the hallway. Right here. The man gestured to a door, labeled 302, before opening it. Here's your key. Amity accepted the key as she stepped into the room, flickering the light on. Your mother requested me move your stuff here, for you, the man explained, pointing to her stuff, which was neatly stacked against the wall. Amity gritted her teeth to keep from saying anything considered unruly. Will someone else be staying here? She asked, turning her attention to the other stack of boxes. Yes, is that fine with you? We can move you to another room. Or we can move her, if you'd rather. The man said quickly. I'm done being treated like this. 19 years of everyone doing everything for me is way too long. A resolve formed in her mind. No, this is fine. Thank you. Amity said, giving a slight nod. The man let out a sigh and excused himself, shutting the door lightly behind him. I'll unpack later, Amity said, looking towards the boxes. A grin settled on her face as she walked towards one of the boxes, and after rifling through one, she found what she was looking for. Amity slipped out of the room, walking down the hallway quietly, as if she'll be in trouble if she was caught. After reminding herself she wasn't doing anything wrong, and that her parents weren't there, she picked up her pace. Exiting through a back door, Amity paused for a minute, searching the directions to the library on her phone. She pulled her hoodie over her head and threw on some sunglasses, Clark Kent style, and was off. Excuse me, Amity said, getting the librarian's attention. Yes, dear, the woman said, turning around to face Amity. On her desk was a plaque that read, Miss Clawthorne. Her black hair hung down her back, and her green eyes were framed by reading glasses. Does this library have a volunteer program for reading to kids and shelving books? Amity asked anxiously. When she lived in the Blight Manor, the library was her escape. Whenever she felt crushed by the weight of everyone's expectations, she'd go help out. No one knew her, and no one wanted to. Yes, we do. Would you like to join? The woman asked, smiling. Yes, that'll be great, Amity replied. She was excited, and here, where no one would know her, she didn't have to hide. The woman behind the desk noticed this and slid Amity a book. I was about to go read this to the kids, but I have some paperwork to attend to. Could you read it to them? Yeah. Amity grabbed the book and walked to the area labeled Children's Corner. Hello, everyone, Amity said, stepping into the room. About 15 kids, no longer than 6, sat on the floor in front of the chairs, waiting for the librarian. Who are you? A boy asked from the front. I'm Amity. I came to read this to you. She held up the book and walked to the front. It's called Odin Makes a Friend. Have you heard of this one before? She asked. The kids said no, shaking their heads as they watched. And finally, he found someone to play with him. Oben Rabbit had found a friend. Amity said, showing the kids huddled around her the pictures before closing the book. The end. What did you think? She asked no one in particular. I think Oben looks soft, a boy said, wrapping his arms around him in a hug. Yeah! Some of the children agree. I think he'll be very cuddly too. Amity laughed. Miss Clawthorne entered the room, smiling at the sight. I know you're all having fun, but your parents are here, she said, earning complaints from the kids. Bye, Miss Amity, one of the kids said as they ran away. Goodbye, Amity waved, smiling brightly. Have you done this before? You're good with children, Miss Clawthorne asked as she walked back to her desk with Amity behind her. Yeah, I used to read to kids before I moved here, Amity vaguely explained, not wanting to get on the topic of herself. Do you want help with those? She asked, pointing to a cart of books that needed to be put on shelves. Before she could answer, the phone rang. You can get started if you like. I need to get that, Miss Clawthorne said, picking up the phone. Amity gave a silent nod and wheeled the cart away, humming to herself as she put books away. Hello? A boy said, startling Amity. Oh, sorry. The boy apologized, quickly handing Amity the book she dropped. It's fine, Amity said, slightly embarrassed someone scared her so badly. What did you need? She asked. Oh, I'm looking for a few of these. I was hoping someone who worked here could help. He handed Amity a list of school reference books. Oh, these are Hexide books. Do you go there? Amity asked, skimming the pages. Yeah, he replied. You could get these at the Hexide library. I saw it on my way out. It's tucked behind the staircase that leads to the second floor, Amity explained, handing the list back. Oh, I came out here for nothing? The boy sighed. Well, I gotta meet someone else who goes to Hexide at least. He explains, sticking out his hand. I'm Gus. Amity, she said back, shaking her hand. Nice to meet you. Oh, and the guy over there who keeps talking like a book crisis is Matt, Gus explained, pointing behind him. Indecrutably, Matt waved after realizing that they were looking at him. I'm Matt. I already said that, Gus laughed, before turning back to Amity. Sorry to keep you from your work. Hopefully I'll get to see you at Hexide, he said, before walking away, dragging Matt behind him. Yeah, bye, Amity said, unsure about the pair. They seem nice. Maybe I'll talk to them some more and make some friends that Mother doesn't tell me to make. Okay. I like Amity. Okay, I'm not gonna have her be entitled, because that... I will have her be bitchy. But when she's in the library, I'm no longer gonna have her be bitchy. I think when she's in the library, her tone, her pitch is gonna be an octave lower than when she's anywhere else. Mainly because when I'm in a high-pitched voice, I sound bitchy when it's higher-pitched. So, Amity's voice is gonna definitely be like this when she's in the library. But anywhere else, it's gonna be up here. Because this sounds bitchy. But this sounds more relaxed. More grounded. You know? Obviously, it's still... the base of the voice is still kind of mine. So, it's still base mine. I would love to, like, one day be able to change my voice. Not, like, actually change my voice, but, like, be able to do what those really cool people do, where, like, they mimic someone's voice. Like, for example, I read a fanfic where Izuku was able to mimic other sounds. I'm like, dude, I want that. That is what I want. I want that ability. Can I have that quirk? Please. Just for this. Just for you guys. Just a podfic. I mean, imagine me reading it, and it's, like, a good voice. Like, a good impression of Amity, Luce, any of the My Hero Academia characters, any character that appears, honestly. it would make it easier for you to understand who's talking, who's not talking. I mean, technically speaking, I don't need to do voices. Not, from the Podfic readers that I read, that I hear and stuff like that, they don't normally put that much voices into it. And then if anything, they just change a little bit of the pitch and stuff like that. I changed the pitch and I also changed the way they speak a little bit. I like to think. But there's some other ones that do it. Somebody who does it similarly is Put Your Hands Up Radio, Podfix, Put Your Hands Up Podfix. I'm pretty sure Lost and Found also does it, but I've not listened enough to be able to pinpoint if they do or not. Mika does it. Yep, Mika does it. But yeah, there's certain people, I believe Basil kind of does it. There's certain people who do it, certain people who don't, you know, stuff like that. I'm not saying, like, people who don't do it are shitty podfickers. No, that's just their type of podfic, right? I personally like doing the voices because they're funny and cool. Hee hee, haha. It's fun to do, you know? But, okay. Alright. Enough. As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.